All right, so if you're hearing this live stream right now, you're probably here because you've seen me going on and on about how you can use Google Maps to create custom maps that you can go out on the lake with. Like I said in the last stream, this could help you out whether you have a fish finder or not. It can definitely help you out. Um, the things you will need in order to get these maps on your phone, first you need Google Earth on a computer, and that's where you'll create your maps. Then you need the Google My Maps app on your smartphone, and of course a Google account so you can take advantage of all this. You'll need to log into your Google account in order to see these maps on your phone. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut into Google Earth here. So the main thing you'll need here from the beginning is Google Earth. Go ahead and download the application, install it, and then you can go ahead and start creating maps. All right, so as you can see here on the left hand side, I've already got some maps created for a couple of the local lakes, Eastman and Hensley. As you can see here, I've already marked off some islands, riprap, um, there's all kinds of different things in here that are currently underwater. Um, so as you can see, you can mark this little island off. You might catch some fish on this island. You can mark off this island over here too. There's some rock piles on this little island here. Um, and you can just go around and scout all these areas with these different rock piles and stuff, and you can take that out on the lake with you. Uh, so if you go up to the top of the Google Earth screen, there's different buttons here, and you'll notice there is this timeline button. If you check that timeline button, it'll show like historic imagery, and you can use this slider to basically go back and forth in time, and you can see, or as you can see, the stuff that I've marked off. Currently, some of the stuff is still underwater. This helps out, especially in like the springtime when you have the spring runoff and the lake fills up. A lot of these different rock piles and stuff that you marked, they'll be underwater. See, I've got all of this stuff marked up. And let's just take it back to 2014. That was when the water was really low. So a lot of this stuff here is underwater. There's an island out in the middle. There's this ditch over here that has a bunch of rocks in it. But you get the picture. You can mark different things in the water. And if you don't have a fish finder, this can probably help you out a lot. I was out on the lake last week. Actually, I was out on the lake the past couple weeks at Eastman Lake, and using the map that I created, I was actually studying the bottom contour and basically my GPS maps just to see how accurate this was, and it's pretty damn accurate. Um, it's pretty damn accurate. So if you don't have a fish finder, and you don't necessarily need to find the fish, but if you want to find like a rock pile or something, which is a lot of times that's what you're doing with your down scan imaging and stuff like that. You're looking for rock piles, and if you don't have a fish finder, you can just use this map that you created and position your boat or your kayak over the rock pile or near it, without having to, have a fish finder. You just toss your jig out there and you can feel the rock pile, and it'll help you out. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of my map here, and we're just gonna start from the beginning. So on the left hand side, let me give you guys a full screen here. All right, on the left hand side, you will see it says My Places. You're gonna go ahead and right click on that. You're gonna select Add Folder. So the name of this folder is going to be whatever body of water that you're making the map for. So let's just say here Hensley Lake, and I already have one made, so I'm just gonna call this demo. So you give it a name. You can add a description, images, all this other good stuff. I just leave it blank. Doesn't matter to me. And you've got all this other information you can enter. You enter a snapshot, and then you're just gonna click OK. And as you can see here, it created this folder down here. You don't have to drag it to the top, but we're just gonna drag it to the top. All right, I'm just gonna put it up here conveniently. And as you can see, our demo folder is in there. So once you have your folder there to put all your waypoints, you can then go ahead and start marking stuff. And we're gonna start by marking this cool little, I don't know what the heck this is. It's like I call it the monolith. It's this big slab with, I don't know if those are trees or like down trees around it or something, but you can click this little plus, or you can click this little pin icon over here, and that'll place down a new place mark, and you can drag that place mark over whatever it is, rock pile, riprap, whatever you want to mark. Just place it over it, give it a name. I'm just going to call it monolith. And then you can click this little button right next to the name, and you can change the symbol. So we're just going to give it, and let's just give it a volcano icon. Volcano icon, and then you're going to click. Oh, actually, up on the top here, you can change the opacity. So if you want that symbol to be lighter than what's underneath it, you can set the opacity to like 50%. I just leave it. I leave it as 100. Doesn't bother me. And then you're gonna click OK, and you're gonna click OK out of here too. Let's go and look for another spot. I would mark this one, but no, let's not do that. Let's look for another pile. Another pile, another pile. Let's go. Let's just go and mark this one over here. Just feel the rocks right there. Put a new place mark down. And as you can see, when you put a new place mark down, it remembers the last symbol you were using. So I'm just going to call this slab, rock slabs, because it's more of a bunch of slabs than an actual pile. Rock, slab. Got that bad boy marked. Of course, there's tons of rocks and stuff over here. Let's mark one more. Oh, so check this out. We'll go over here. We're going to mark this riprap right here. Just put it right in the middle. Call it riprap. Oh, and I didn't change the symbol. So if you don't like the symbol, you can always right click on the icon and select properties, and then you can click the little symbol icon. And I like to use the falling rock symbol for my rock piles and for my riprap. Click OK, and let's just add something to this. Near parking lot. Riprap near parking lot. If you want to take it a step further, on the top, right next to the place mark here, you'll see this add polygon button. Click add polygon and we'll just call it the same name. Of course, you can give it a different color. I like to use this color right here because it stands out against the background. And then I like to turn the opacity down to 50% so it shows through anything that's underneath it. Oh, what happened there? Oh, not sure what happened there. All right, so let's go and delete that. Let's create a new one. I think I must have let go of the mouse button. So color, we got that funky color, 50%. Oh, it's because I hit OK. Learn something new every day. So once you give it a name, you pick the color, and you choose the opacity, you'll see this little symbol that I'm moving around. That means the map is ready for you to mark something. So if you click the left mouse button, hold down. So you're holding down the left mouse button and you can drag around. Of course, bear with me, I'm using a laptop touchpad. Kind of sucks. It's easier with the mouse. But you can go ahead and mark all this here. Of course, I'm not being accurate right here for the sake of time. And then you click OK. So we mark that off. Of course, if you're trying to be accurate, you want to get it as close to the edge of this rock as possible. I mean, if you want to, you can also. Um, I like to mark these ramps 50%, some kind of green color, and we'll call it launch ramp. Move this guy to the side so we can mark it. Instead of clicking and holding down, if you click and let go, it'll create a point. And if you click down, let go, it'll create another point. And you create another one, so you can be accurate with like squares or rectangles. As you can see, I just marked that real easy, nice and clean. And you'll click OK. And what I just started doing recently is, along with this marking here, what we did here, we put the symbol and the little color marker. I like to put a pin over that ramp right there. We'll just call it load ramp. And then click on symbols. And then I give it this ship icon or ferry, whatever that is. And there we go. All right. Let's just zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna go look for now. Let's go ahead and uh, let's just mark the top of this right here, just for the hell of it. All right, so for instance, this little island here, I'm just gonna call it island. Choose a color there. And then you can go ahead and outline. Of course, like I said, you can be as accurate as you want with this. I'm just trying to do it quick for the sake of time. And then we'll put a pin over it. I'll put just one pin there. We'll use I wanted to use the mountain, but let's see here. And let's just use, oh, what I've been using is a flag for islands. So I just use the flag, put it down, call it island, enter. Just mark this rock pile on top of the island right here. Call it rock pile. Oh, forgot to change the icon. So like I said before, if you want to change an icon after you set down your pin, you right click it. You can right click it on the left hand side, or you can right click it directly on the map. You select properties, and then you come in here and click the button next to the name. And I like to use the falling rocks icon for rock pile, so there it is. Let's go ahead and mark a couple more rocks. Let's mark this one here. Alright, just gonna keep marking some more here. You see this little guy right here? Must be a good spot. He's like right there. So anyway, you get the idea. We can go around for hours marking different things that will be underwater, but that's how you do it. That's how you make these different markings. Of course, right here, I'm just gonna go do something right here real quick. All right, so we got a basic map here, and pretty sure you guys have a basic understanding of it, how to create them. Now I'm just going to show you how you can transfer this and view it on your phone. So the folder you created here, you're going to right click on that folder and you're going to select Save Place As, find a spot for it. We're just going to put it on the desktop. And as you can see here, we have the file name that corresponds to what we created here. And that's a .kmz file. We'll click Save, and where did it go? Oh, it's on my other screen here. Let me just drag it over. All right, there is our file that we exported. So now we're going to go ahead and let me just open a new tab here. You're going to go and Google My Maps. And then you'll click this link here, My Maps. That'll bring up the Google Maps page. You're going to click Get Started. And this will go directly to the My Maps screen. I put this link right here in the description so you can go ahead and get the link from there. But you can see here that I already have 3 different spots that I've already created some maps for. So we're just going to go ahead and create a new one. To do that, you'll click this red button that says Create a New Map. And there's already an untitled map layer. We're just going to go ahead and click the 3 little dots right here. And we'll go select Move to Trash. Oops. Let's go back in there. Okay, so before we do that, we have to, oh, we selected the wrong one. I selected this untitled map up here. So first thing you want to do is name it. So we'll call it demo. Give it a description if you want to. Click save, and we got a title for it. Down here, you're going to click this little import button or hyperlink, whatever it is. And then if you saved your map on, if you exported it to Google Drive, even better. I export it every time I make a different change. But I'm assuming if you save it to Google Drive, every time you make a change, it will reflect in your map. But you would have to export it from Google Maps, then you would have to save it to your Google Drive, and then you would have to import that from Google Drive back into uh, Google Earth, and then whatever changes you made from there, I think they'll reflect. So uh, we're going to go ahead and click to select a file from your device. Of course, you want to find the location you saved it to. Here it is. We saved it. Double click it. It should open up, and you'll see all your markings, all your different things that you created. So here it is on Google Maps without the satellite view. As you can see here, we got the rip wrap that we marked there. We've got the one on this side. There's island here. All these different things over here that are, I'm pretty dang sure they're offshore right now. But let's see here. Okay. So on the left hand side, when you're in Google My Maps, where it says base map, you're going to click the little arrow. Then you can choose what kind of map you want to see. So we're going to choose satellite view, and it's going to show, this is I want to say this is pretty accurate right here. No, there's probably a little bit more, but the important thing is a lot of the stuff is still under. That I think is still under. This is probably not. Mm, but anyway, so once you import it into Google My Maps, you're good to go. You can go ahead and click back. I have to press back one more time. And as you can see here, shows the date when this was added. And that's the one we just created. And there it is. It's on the internet for you to view. You can share your map with people, through email, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. You can embed it on your website if you have a website. Um, so now you're probably wondering, how in the heck do I get this on my phone? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do this. Just bear with me here. I'm gonna go ahead and start up my phone. Of course, in order to do this, you'll need that Google My Maps application on your phone. Get that from the Google Play Store. Let's see here. Oh, I already had it up. What am I doing? All right, let's reconnect here. Just bear with me. I'll go connect, allow. All right, you can probably see my phone now. Good old Dr. Mario right here. Um, all right, so we're on my phone right here. As you can see, you're gonna open up your Google Play Store. It's hard to control from there. Trying to control it from my computer. I'll just use the phone. So, open up Google Play and you're going to search for Google My Maps. And I've already installed it on my phone, but when you get it, when you download it, it's going to ask you to install it. You'll click the install button and you should be good to go once it installs. And then you're going to open up your My Maps. And right here you can see I got my 3 different ones that I made before, but I also have this one we just created, the demo. If you click on that, you can see your different place markers, your different landmarks that you marked. You can click on it, it says island, tap on it, it says rocks. So, no, this one's not really, it's a little off, as you can see right here. I'm not sure why that happened, but it's a little off, but it's pretty close, pretty damn close. So if you wanted to, you can go and mark like this line of rock right there, all this stuff over here. You just got to take the time to do it. So you got some more over here. Come up over here. You can look up here too and mark some over here. So those are just those few markers that we created. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and open up mine that I created just to show you guys. Mine's got tons of different things on there. Of course, these aren't all like, not gonna say these are all like honey holes or anything like that. They're just things that I marked. There's like a good, like a ledge right there. Nice rocks right here on the tip of that point right there. Of course, the parking lot. I think it's still underwater right now. And then you got this road bed. Right here, you've got, here's the main launch ramp. It's off the side right here. Pretty sure you'll get bit. Of course, there's this chunk rock on this side next to the road bed. So, we got this island right out here. I don't know why that's, yeah, it looks like it's kind of off, but it's, of course, you can probably idle around and you'll find it. But this map will help you anyway. It'll eliminate the time it takes to look for this stuff because you already have the map and you have it marked. What you can do is, and this will work for you if you have a boat or a kayak. It doesn't matter. Um, you'll just take this map out there, you'll hit the little you'll tap the GPS icon so it can track where you're at, and just move along and position yourself near all these markers that you marked, and then you'll notice it on your fish finder, and you just place down a waypoint around whatever you marked on Google Maps. I mean, you can do this with any body of water. Like for instance, I don't think it'll matter out here because it's all like 10 feet or less. But those that fish the slough, you can probably mark different things like this. These mats here, you can outline the mats, or you can put a pinpoint down on the mats, different openings and stuff. You can probably create a pretty good map here. Not necessarily things that are underwater, but things that are right next to the water. That way you know, hey, this tree is right here. You know, like a tree on a point or something. You can mark it there. Hey, there's a spot right there. It might be something there, and you can just jet right to it. Of course, you're not going to jet right to it if you're in a kayak, but anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know if anybody has any questions. Let me take a look in there. And I know at the beginning of the video, there's a little bit of a repetition. Oh, I don't know if he's still in there. Wasn't monitoring the chat, but see, Fishing con Velasquez was in there. Pretty sure you guys know about his YouTube channel. He's got some good videos out there. So Lupe Fernandez asks, what version of Google Earth? We're using the Pro version. Let me go ahead and see if I can respond. So we're using the Google Earth Pro, the version. Google Earth Pro. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. It used to cost you a little bit of money, but it's free. All this stuff is free. Like you don't have to pay for it. So like I was saying in the beginning, it doesn't cost you any money for this. So those of you that those of you that don't have a fish finder, that you can't see the bottom, the structure and the contour lines and all that that you can with like Navionics and all that, you could probably use this to your advantage. You might even be able to make your own maps, kind of like Navionics, if you want to get really technical with it. But you'd have to sit there and draw a bunch of different um, polygons on the page. I just go around the general area, like if there's an island out in the middle, I just draw the water down. Let's go ahead and bring it back up here. That way I can show you guys. So I just draw the water down, like I said before. You click this little history icon. It's a little clock with a green arrow counterclockwise. If you click that, you can control this slider up here, and you can see different photos. Right here, it's like a photo from 1998. I found that for the most part, any body of water around California, if you set it to sometime in 2014, that's the lowest you're gonna get in Google Earth. Now, I still remember when I had my aluminum boat, this little peninsula right here that comes out. Actually, let's see. Let's go back one. No. Let's see. Go forward. No. Oh, there we go. Oh, let me go back. So I'd say November 13th, 2014 is probably the best you're going to get as far as the water you drawing down the water. Um, Go ahead and give you guys a full screen again. So yeah, so like I said, November 13th, 2014 is probably the lowest you're going to get in Google Earth. I know some people have probably asked, well, why I want to see stuff that's like really underwater, like that's deep. To be quite honest, if you see like this rock pile here and you move the slider all the way, I'd say uh, last time I was there, to be quite honest, like this little area, this point of this island right here was underwater. So pretty sure this will be underwater. So the timeline right here, you get August 23rd. So it's pretty recent. Of course, it was last year around this time. The water's pretty much the same. We probably got a little bit more water this year, I think, because some of the stuff is still underwater, like this parking lot over here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off a little early, 10 minutes early. Pretty much covered everything that can possibly be covered. If you have any questions, go ahead and you can email me. You can contact me on the Facebook page that I posted the link to this. Um, you can come in here and come to the video right here, the live stream, and you can put your questions in here, and I can answer them after the fact. If you want to see how to use this out there, just let me know, and I'll meet you out there and show you how to use this tool. That way you can take advantage of it. We won't have to, especially those that don't have a expensive fish finder, with the maps on there, because I know how it is or how it was. I used to have one of those, and it works, but to be honest, it was a whole new world when I got one with maps on there, because you can put your different waypoints. Let's say you found a rock pile, and you're not using this Google Earth program, and you mark it on your Lowrance or your Garmin or your Hummingbird. And you can always tell if you're floating away from that spot and you need to go back to that waypoint. With just a traditional sonar, it's a little bit harder unless you have a physical marker buoy, which I do see people using those anyways, even if they have the best fish finder out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, like I said before, if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments or send me a message on Facebook. And if you want to see me show you how to do this on another body of water, let me know as well. We can always do that. Been thinking of maybe somehow doing a live stream with somebody else. Maybe like maybe have a guest on here, kind of going over the map with me, showing me different things on the map, like where's a good spot to mark. That way, maybe you guys can, maybe some of those of you guys that don't know what you need to be marking, you can learn how to do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and just stay tuned for more videos.